Alright guys, what is up? It is Gnomes. I'm here in a game between myself and GabrielQ. He is top 10 at the moment. Looks like he will be playing Boghoppers. We are second turn. He was first. He has 7 speed. And he's playing Leap 2, not Leap 3. But he'll be able to get down here no matter what. We're going to make sure to play a ranged champion and or a 7 speed or a flying champion so we can get to this font nice and quickly. Now, just to make sure that we play this game nice and hard, we're going to put up the rune checklist as well as the calculator. So we have our calculator up, we have the rune checklist up. We could put up our rune manager as well if we want to see, just to remember always what we have coming, what probabilities we have of getting a certain rune, right? It's pretty easy to calculate. Let's say you have, 18 runes shown and you're looking for an avalanche and you say, okay, next turn I'm getting, two runes more, then it's pretty easy to calculate. Okay, I have about 10-20% chance or whatever. We're gonna go down here. Now he does deploy the Tide Master. This gives us a few different ideas. We're thinking of our macro game, right? So it's the beginning of the game. We have a lot of time to think. We don't need to do a lot of little plays, so we have a lot of time to just think about what we want to deploy, how we want to play the game, and such. So we know he has a Tide Master. What does that mean? Well, it's a pretty low damage champion early, but with the adaptive, it will become more late. So that means we're going to kind of want to rush it if we can. On the other hand, because of Tidal Wave and Drown, we have to be very afraid of playing expensive champions because he will just Tidal Wave, Drown, whatever we have, and then we're sad, right? It is ranged. So we have a few different ideas. We could go with Mogul Lord that has a ranged attack as well as evasive, so we're pretty okay in the one-on-one, but he's a bit more susceptible to Drown because he's almost at 80 Nora, so using a Drown on him is pretty efficient. For the same reason, I don't want to play a Mogul Cannon. We can play him maybe later because it does get to the middle font quite quickly. We're definitely not playing the Quarry because he doesn't have any relics out. So I'm kind of between the Houndgen and the Artificer. Possibly the Mika, but Mika is bad just because if we play our summon, he can hit both of them at the same time. So I'm mostly between Houndgen and Artificer right now. Houndgen is okay in this place because he can always attack, like he's ranged as well. Whereas with the Artificer, we have a ranged attack as well as Shatter. Does FS play a lot of Shatter things? Yeah, it's kind of iffy. It's pretty hard. It's between these three: War Wizard, Artificer, Houndgen. We have 10 seconds left. I kind of like the idea of the Rusty Fire Case. Let's do this first, just because if we get the Houndgen second and he kills either the Artificer or the Rusty Fire Case, we'll get the AP on the Houndgen. That was my thought here, maybe. And he has a hard time dealing with the Fire Case because I'll throw it on him and then what is he going to do, right? So that's my thought idea there. We don't know what he's going to deploy next, but we have to be a bit afraid because anything with Leap 4 can jump over this chasm. So we're going to have to protect. He doesn't deploy. So he doesn't deploy even though he's FS. So he has quite a bit of Nora, but he didn't deploy. Yeah, he didn't deploy, so I'm going to assume he's going to play something pretty expensive. And if he's playing Boghoppers, but he's playing something expensive, what is that, right? He has maybe 2 possibilities. It's either Karch or Gekkel that's going to come out next. Those are the 2 biggest possibilities. And for both of those, I think the Marid is good. My thought process here is, if he's playing an expensive champion here, for example, I can maybe start rushing this bottom font with my flying Marid, and I can threaten it and keep this Neophyte stalling here. Whereas we can also attack middle. If it's a Karch, we have a ranged champion with swap, so we can get on him. If it's Gekkel, we have 2 attack types. We have fire attack and we have electric type, right? So that's good for 2 reasons then. So Gekkel, we have attack types to go against the one with Nora. If it's Karch, we have swap to get on top of him with whatever melee champions we play next, right? And as well as being cheap and flying. So a good champion all in all on this map, especially in this deploy. I think that's probably the most perfect deploy I could have here to now start threatening this bottom font. Yeah, so he'll be able to attack once. We will throw our fire case next. Whenever we have a lot of little summons, it's nice to be able to get the war banner out because that gives them 5 more HP, which is like often like 1/5 of their HP. Yeah. Oh, he plays it now. Is he gonna drown here? I doubt it. Like if he drowns, we just get the Noro Globe. Right? We just move in, get the Noro Globe, and then we just deploy. It looks like, yeah, he is. Wow, he's gonna drown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he must be. What else is he doing? Moving up for the, because pressing P gives you the spell presence, so he's in spell presence range. What? Why would you move into spell presence and then move out again? That's so awkward. Ooh, okay, so he plays the Marsh Song. I want my Fesh out then, ASAP. Getting... By the way, I'm going to put the grid up now. I'm sorry, but I needed to calculate things and whatnot. I want my Fesh out for the Marsh Song. But why would he move in one like that? Was he thinking of the drown? I'm not sure. But the reason he moved so far with his Neophyte is because he's afraid of the drudgery, right? So I think these things happen no matter what we're doing right here. He's not double tapping, so we don't have to put the evasive on him yet. Let's see. So he is FS, he has quite a bit of healing, so the Houngan is not bad for that reason, as well as it makes it so that I get the 1 AP. But I also like the idea of the War Wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because, alright, this is so hard. I have 3 different good deploys here, right? So War Wizard would be good, because then I could next turn Alacrity, and then maybe double tap with these champions, and then get a kill. So that's idea 1, right? Idea 2 is play the Ritualist so that I have the Dispel when he plays his bubble. And idea 3 is to play my Houngan because then I get the AP when this dies. I think I'm between Ritualist and War Wizard. I like the idea of War Wizard most though, I think, because what that allows is he has to watch out for this bottom deploy, right? He has to be afraid of me deploying or me moving bottom. And if he plays a buffer on the Tidemaster, I don't think he has the Nora for a good deploy bot. It's so hard though. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be these 3 in the next few turns, but it's very hard to decide which one goes now. Do I go that War Wizard now or the Houngan? Or the Ritualist? Ritualist is good because the Council spells as well. It reduces the Nora he gets from Marsh Songs. So we have a few champions we want out. We want the Houngan out. We want Houngan to counter his healing. We want like the, what's it called? The Fauna Restoration. We want the Ritualist out to counter his Marsh Song and his Buffer. He's heal here. Yeah, he's going to heal mass, or heal champion, I mean. And then we want the Slag out, or not the Slag, but the Fesh out to counter his Nora gen. And thing is, all of those aren't tanks. We don't have too many tanks out at the moment. But here, all right, so he heals for 8. But anything in this font is most likely dead, because we can double tap swap. I think everything in this font, anything that stays in this font that's sub 50 health should die. We have Alacrity. We have double tap. We have at least 1 tap here. It's close though, because he has 5 plus, no, 2 plus 4 is 7. He has 7 AP next turn. So we can Alacrity, move up. He can double tap, swap, attack, maybe attack. So I can kill the Tidemaster next turn. All right, he plays War Banner, so he's going to retreat here. Then he probably has a Poison Trap here, or what? I mean, it's very likely there's a Poison Trap here, then, right? In which case we want to move this way and down. If it's here, do we move here and go this way, or do we go here? Or do we, what if we do this? But that always just kills this thing, right? It never kills the... Because I like the idea of this. Let's see. Hold up. Let's see. What's the spacing on this? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so let's just do this. Easy peasy. Yeah, there it is. We knew that was coming. So we saw that coming, so we can now just take his font. Let's actually, before that happens though. All right, GG. Yeah, easy play. We saw the poison trap coming. It was going to be there 24/7 because he didn't deploy, so we knew it was there, and we just calculated, hey, we're going to play our Seism and then just win the game off of that. Or we were going to take his font, we were going to put the evasive on our champions, and you're going to keep deploying, right? It was just GG. So good game.